Yep, PL's gone.
Radiant team
I'd say
Spectre.
Void probably next. Or I'd say
Spectre.
Void or Wyvern.
I say Spectre.
Maybe Batrider.
I say Spectre.
Batrider. And I don't think Spectre's gonna be banned. Another important thing to note about Captain's Draft, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, there's no reserve time. So every
no.
second counts.
I did not know that. Oh, anyway,
Whoa!
I guess I should...
You're
Haha! Spectre! Look at me! Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do an intro. This is AD2L Captain's Draft Tournament. It's a one-day tournament. We are in the grand finals. All the other games have been best of one. This one is best of three. We've got Sensible Jester Entourage versus Ryan Mateo Gaming. We've been following Ryan Mateo Gaming since round 2. They have went straight up through the bracket. Here we are. I'm Infinite. This is Symph.
And
I introduced you. Yeah, that's Symph, guys.
Now for the dire team to choose.
The drafting.
we see Sensible Jester Entourage going for the heroes not yet in Captain's mode, just to prove how overpowered they can be.
Earth Spirit's not in Captain's mode?
Nope, nor is Wyvern.
I knew Wyvern wasn't. She's too new, but
Or
I didn't know Earth
Spirit
Spirit
is
was.
seen as one of the best heroes in high MMR right now. Lion, obviously a top tier support. I mean, it'll probably be Lion, Wyvern supports Earth Spirit mid, if I had to guess. I mean, Earth Spirit offlane. They could do Wyvern mid, they could do Earth Spirit mid, but I'd say that's the most likely scenario. Whereas for Ryan Mateo or Jester Pugee or Hamato, whatever they were last time, I'm sorry.
I don't remember. It's switched a few times on us, so we really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Ryan Mateo's game, very, very meta. Red Revenge, Sand King. A lot of initiation, a lot of damage. Earth Spirit, very good against Batrider. I'm not sure how
There's the
Lasso
Void.
works with grip.
Dire team pick.
But an Acceptor on Earth Spirit would be insane. It can immediately shut down Faceless Void. It can shut down Batrider when they go to initiate. But wow, Ryan Mateo Gaming has so many initiation tools. Can Batrider Lasso. They can Epicenter jump in. They can Chronosphere.
Do you think they'll pick up Invoker
Whoa!
here?
Radiant team pick.
They've had it in the past two
OD
games.
And go max teamfight. Kunkka's pretty solid with Void. I'd say Invoker's probably the safest pick out of the remainder of the pool for your mid laner. But
They've had it for the
Kunkka
past
would
2
be
games.
a
I
lot
bet
more
they're doing
fun.
it. They're doing Invoker. They've got to do Invoker.
Maybe not. Maybe he got tired of playing Invoker.
Maybe not.
They do pick up the Alchemist and Clinks. See, this is what I've been looking for. Captain's Draft. Look at that
10
draft.
seconds
You're not going to
remaining.
see that anywhere else. You're not going to see Wyvern, Earth Spirit, Lion, Clinks, Alchemist.
seconds.
No, because Wyvern and Earth Spirit can't be picked in Captain's mode.
Yeah, and Alchemist can't be picked in Captain's mode either.
That's a good. Invoker! Called it. Called
One's
it.
ever going to pick. Alright, we have Meta Team versus Maximum YOLO.
I'm really hoping that this is a good game.
I mean, I'm going to have fun no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm excited to
There are
see
a lot of fun things going on.
people confident picking Earth Spirit in the Dota Cinema Captain's Draft. I think Earth Spirit was picked twice, both times fairly, or with little to no success. Wyvern, I don't think there's been a big Captain's Draft tournament since he came out, so I have no idea what to expect to see from him. But gonna be interesting. It's probably gonna be a mid lane Alchemist,
seconds.
safe lane
I'm
Clinks,
sorry,
off
8
lane
seconds.
Earth Spirit,
You're actually
and
at
then
it.
Lion and
Well, never
Wyvern.
mind. 5
Then
seconds remaining.
Clinks out the safe lane. All that is viable to change, but that seems like the most reasonable. Do it. Alright, so for RMG or Takbo Pugee, who has played every game on Radiant
Prepare for battle.
since we've started casting them at least. We have King Kong playing support to Venge. We have GIE playing the probably more 3.5 position Sand King. Probably gonna be looking at jungle a lot. Actually, he's going boots first. We have Torjak King on the safe lane Faceless Void. We have Captain Dilbert going mid as the Invoker. And finally, we have Pappas Jewel on the off lane Batrider.
And for the Dire team, which is Sensible Jester Entourage, we have PN on the Winter Wyvern. The Lion is being played by Kingdom. Devdas on the Clinks. Alchemist being played by Bandito, and Earth Spirit being played by Lemmings.
Seeing an aggressive tri-lane, at least the makings of one,
Yeah.
coming out by a sensible gesture. Going to hide in the Roche pit, trying to see if someone will unknowingly walk up to try to secure that rune. We'll see if Lion gets in the perfect spot. There's one place you can stand to where you can see both in the pit and outside of it, but they placed the ward instead. However, I do think Lion was seen when Venge placed her ward, so they're probably not going to fall for it, although Sand King is getting close.
Begins.
I don't think they saw it.
Up. Winter Wyvern pops out, slow, stun. Wyvern might get stuck on the cliff, he's not careful, and the Sand King stun to safety. However, top lane was not contested, and Earth Spirit got the rune for free, taking the solo safe lane. Gonna be an interesting aggressive tri-lane. Lion, not the most aggressive of heroes, still very annoying to lane against, but certainly not known for his aggressive potential. Winter Wyvern, hero I'm very, very unfamiliar with. Not played it very much since it came out, and certainly haven't seen it very much on a captain's mode.
Nope.
Faceless Void,
Go ahead.
Vengeful Spirit, and Sand King. The main advantage of this aggressive tri-lane is that it either prevents Sand King from jungling the whole game, which is certainly something he wants to be doing, or it puts a lot of pressure on the Void. Both of which are very nice to have. Whereas mid lane, we actually see Captain Dilbert going for Quas Exhort for the first time that we've seen. He's been Quas Wex the other 2 games.
Yeah.
All things fall.
But I mean, last game he was against a Wraith King, so you definitely want to go Claus Wix there for the EMP. We missed first blood on the bottom lane.
Big. And killing your aggressive clinks. It already means that your aggressive tri-lane is working. It's putting pressure on both the Sand King and the Faceless Void, as they are 2 melee heroes that can't do anything against the insane physical harass that Clinks has, while also not pulling creep aggro since it is an orb. He can just attack Void for free. This will be a really tough time for Void. I should see Lion doing some mad sick jungle jukes, running away from the Sand King, to actually go down to a stun and sandstorm here. Not careful, and the Sand King does go for it. Sunstrike comes out, will hit the Lion. He's very, very low, but Void is coming up, being slowed down by the Wyvern Orb. Clinks is here, jumps to the low ground. The Lion will go down to Avenge Turn and one more auto attack. Clinks gets invisible and will get out. Faceless Void also going invisible. Lane, we have Alchemist. Should have an okay time against, or Invoker should have an okay time against Alchemist. The Acid Spray is quite weak, and he is going for a point in Grievous Greed, so any loss that he gets will give him a lot more than you would expect, but at the same time it means his early game pressure is limited.
No. Grievous Greed's a great spell. It's just Alchemist isn't really in the current meta with this comeback patch. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't really mean that much. Grievous Greed isn't as big as it used to be.
Well, yeah, because Alchemist's strength is that he can get 6 slotted before most carries have their 3rd item. But now, when the team who's behind in gold, like 6 times as much gold per kill, who's ahead in gold, like 2 team fights can negate all of what Alchemist did in the early game.
Yep.
Venge goes down again. Sand King stun on 2. Void getting the immediate bash. Link's taking a lot of damage here from that sandstorm. I don't know that's gonna be enough to get a kill. Does he have mana for another stun? I don't think he does. The heal comes out, keeping the Lion alive and forcing the Void back. He's gonna take a couple more right clicks for his troubles from the Clinks. Sand King will get out. Has enough mana for sandstorm, although it is on cooldown. Venge now having died twice. Pause coming out. Sunstrike. Oh, I don't think it's gonna land, but if it does, if he eats a tree and turns back, it won't hit. But if he just runs back to base, he might actually die here. Gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be close.
Here we go.
Oh, tree knockback. It was super close.
That was really, really close. He immediately gets 2 tangos given to him. Top lane, Bat Rider versus Earth Spirit. Rider obviously has the advantage. He's very, very strong against melee heroes, but Earth Spirit is actually holding his own. 11 for 0 against the 16 for 3. Has his bottle. Actually secured the 2-minute rune and is now getting the 4-minute rune as well. Not being pressured that much by the Bat Rider, although Bat Rider is getting some free farm while Earth Spirit is getting the runes. Lane Alchemist is maxing the unstable concoction, which means will have more fight potential when he decides to roam around or if a support rotates mid, but his lane control is weak with Acid Spray. Doesn't do a lot of damage outside of that stun.
He's also taking quite a bit of damage, it seems, from just the harass from Invoker. You know, he has Forge Spirit, Sunstrike. I'm sure he's not using Sunstrike to harass, but the Forge Spirit can do quite a bit of damage. The Alchemist has 1,200 gold. What do you think he's going for here? An immediate Blink Dagger? I mean, he could buy boots, he could buy a bottle. Bottle probably
I'd
wouldn't
say
be
if
great,
you're going
but
boots or bottle, you would have gotten it by now.
Yeah.
Bottle on mid is certainly...
I mean, it's
Bottle
good,
on
but
is definitely fine.
I don't know.
He will be hitting 6 soon, and then a lot of his regen troubles will be negated.
That's true.
The only reason I would expect him to have this much gold is if he's going for Midas Rush.
Midas,
If
yeah.
you're going for a Blink Dagger, you'd still get boots. You'd probably still even get bottle. He does have that point in Greevil's Greed setting, I want to farm this game. Midas is certainly one of the better items to do that. Especially with the Faceless Void being very shut down, and actually potentially going for a Midas as well. 900 gold saved up. Will be quite tricky. I guess the general idea is, even though they have Alchemist in the mid lane, it's probably going to be a one-position Alchemist. Probably just going to have the clean get as much farm and kills as he can bottom lane and try to get a fast Orchid on him. Then have him and Earth Spirit roam around, probably with backup from the Lion, Witcher Wyvern maybe even staying behind Alchemist protecting him, or they can just do a 4-man gank squad and just try to get a kill. However, Earth Spirit now setting up, misses the roll but still has the silence and the stun, uses them both immediately. Joker is taking a lot of damage, but might not actually drop here. The Sunstrick comes out and then both brings the Earth Spirit really low, might get a return kill if nothing else. Oh, he does get it. No!
No!
12 HP!
Tell the ogre you're sorry.
Oh my god, that was so close. But overall, the gank is successful.
The Bat Rider did rotate down, but it was just a little bit too late. I mean, one right click from him would have definitely finished off the Earth Spirit. He just wasn't there
His
in
teleportation scroll was on cooldown, so I'm assuming he got forced out of lane by the Earth Spirit, probably, and then went home, TP'd back to lane.
time. Yeah, and then
Right
had to walk
as they
down to
decided
mid,
to
yeah.
rotate mid. Because the Earth Spirit was able to freely move mid when the Bat Rider was gone. I was watching bottom during that whole fiasco, so I'm just assuming how that happened, but...
A little bit of D-warding going on from the Dire here. Actually not gonna get the D-ward off quite yet.
Easy.
Oh, she denied it. Venge denied the word there.
Their Spirit's going in. The roll doesn't hit on anyone. The stone is awkwardly placed in the tree. Stun misses. He still has access to the silence. He uses the ultimate as well. It should at least be a kill in the Faceless Void. Probably even the Venge. He has access to no more stones. Doesn't need it. The Bat Rider's very low. Has enough mana for lasso. Shoots out a Flame Break, although it doesn't hit. Blink's now trading hits. Has no mana. Is getting under tower. But is being healed for the Wyvern. Now tanking the hits. Sunstrike comes out. Is it enough to kill? It is. Lemmings is going hard, but the Lion's actually going to go down here. One more right click from the Bat Rider is enough. Exit goes down to the tower. Now Firefly is no longer up, but the Earth Spirit will have roll up and should be fine. Overall, it is a 2 for 2. But now
Ooh,
the Earth Spirit will go down
Bottom
2 for 3.
tower is under attack.
A lot of rotations there from the supports as well as Invoker from mid. Seals his fate there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Let's give the Alchemist some time to catch up on the mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Still
attack.
trailing behind most of the other cores.
Invisibility.
But at the same time, the Greevil's Creed is making every last hit he gets worth more than it would be for everyone else. And Venge, Invis might be trying to get something going mid. Lion and Alka trying to set up a kill on the Invoker, but Venge can be the surprise factor here. Lion actually backs up. The Alchemist is going hard right now, but Venge Stone comes out. Although that extra regen is so crazy, Alchemist does not even care. Bat Rider is here. Strangle Boots does not have lasso though. The stun comes out from the Lion, but it seems to only be level 1. It is. He's maxing Hex over Earth Spike. So overall, there will be no fatalities dropped. Or no fatalities up. Fight. Spirit not yet picking up a pair of boots. Actually quite poor since spending most of his gold on TP scrolls trying to make rotations happen. While the Clinks, as his quarterstaff, is working on that Orchid, trying to get it as fast as possible, like we said. He then when he gets that Orchid, he can pretty much solo kill anyone on the map. All of those heroes are very, very reliant on their spells for both their offensive and their defensive capabilities. No hero on RMG is particularly strong without their spells in the early game. Later on, it might be a little difficult to get a solo kill in the Void, but at the same time, Clinks will have a lot of damage himself. So, I think Clinks will pretty much have free roam, and worst case scenario, will force RMG to play safe as 5, and certainly restrict the amount of farm they are able to get out of the map.
Looks like neither of the carries decided to go Midas. Faces Void now with the PMS and Power Treads. Alchemist now has his Magic Wand. Speaking of that, here we go.
That is a double kill for Earth Spirit. Chrono does come out, hits on 4, buyback from the Invoker. Suntory actually won't hit any as the line goes down before it hits. The last one comes out on the Alchemist, but the heal is out on the Earth Spirit. The Alchemist will drop the regen, not being enough. The Earth Spirit is close now, kicks the Void away, but will not be enough. It will be a 3-for-1. They do get the Invoker buyback, but they lose a lot in return.
Double damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right before that fight, I looked at Sand King's items. He was at about 1,400 gold, and I was thinking, wow, it'll be a while until he gets the Blink Dagger. He got 500 gold from that engagement, and is now sitting comfortably at 300 gold away from his Blink
Dire's
Dagger.
middle tower is under attack.
A couple more jungle creeps will certainly get him there, and then he will be a force to be reckoned with. About to hit level 6 as well. Will be able to make a lot of kills go around on the map. Meanwhile, Alchemist is hold snap to the middle lane, losing a lot of armor to those Forge Spirits, so that it is not enough to bring him down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alchemist is actually working towards a medallion, so he, like you said, he did not go for that Midas build. So it is looking like it will be a one-position Clinks, and the Alchemist will be more of a space creator. I'm not sure if the Crow was just busy or if Alchemist decided to just buy his entire phase boots at once, but meanwhile, Invoker's getting very, very aggressive on the top lane. Just gets quickly fingered and brought out. Meanwhile, Venge is getting slowed down by the Wyvern Orb. Actually, is 3 points in it, no points in the nuke. Done from the line, it's only level 1, but Alchemist is here as well, has the concoction, throws it out, will die to the acid spray, and the Bat Rider should go down as well. Has enough mana for lasso, but I'd be very surprised if he makes it out. The Earth Spirit roll does not land. The lasso out, although he is actually moving very, very slowly. Silence comes out, Wyvern's taking a lot of tower hits, will go down. Overall, it is a 3-for-0.
Cold wings keep you.
And Clinks gets a tower during the meantime. Now sitting 700 gold from his Orchid.
Alright, this game is back and forth, definitely. Because the last team fight, it was 3-for-1 in Radiant's favor. This one is now, what? Well, meanwhile, Lion actually falls up here on the top lane to the Invoker.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Must have been a
Just a
Sunstrike.
Sunstrike, or-
Yeah, must have been. And apparently some bullshit tower aggro.
Not a fan of the tower. Invoker is actually not sitting on that much, just Phase Boot, Bottle, and a Null Talisman. Comfortably at level 9, now has access to both Forge Spirits, gives him a lot more DPS both in team fights as well as in pushing. It also can turn him into one of the fastest farmers in the game, as they are some of the strongest summons that you can get on a very short cooldown. Roll comes in, hits on the Void, immediately silenced and stunned. This Void is dead.
Oof.
Fast tracks were not with him that day.
TP down from Sand King pretty much immediately. It's just the channel time was too short. The Void pretty much got insta-gibbed there.
That's a 13-minute Orchid out on that Clinks. Is going to be a monster.
Yes, that is scary.
Now they have Medallion on the Alchemist. Acid Spray level 3 as well. roll in from the Earth Spirit, gets the ultimate just on the Bat Rider, but can spread it with another stone. Although he gets immediately lassoed, the Sentry comes out, it's not quite enough to kill him. Then he goes down to the fire. The Winter Raven comes out, but gets swapped out from the Venge. So far, the Alchemist, or the Invoker's the only one to die in exchange for the Earth Spirit. Epicenter comes out, will kill the Clinks. Now the the Current Spirit comes out, gets the Lion, and the Alchemist actually runs into it. One stun comes out, but the Lion was saved by the Wyvern heal. We just lose the Alchemist now. The Lion is very, very low, throws the stun, but the blink from the Sand King makes it a 4-for-1 exchange.
Again, like I just said, back and forth. It just really depends on the initiations by these teams. I feel like that really comes down to the winner of these team fights.
That fight would have gone very badly for RMG if that Bat Rider lassoed anyone aside from the Earth Spirit. When he lassoed the Earth Spirit, they stopped him from spreading the ultimate. He just dropped one more stone. He easily could have gotten one of the most damaging dots in the entire game, as well as a silence out on the entire team.
A big stone from Earth,
they were able to burst
Earth
it down.
Spirit just got the Venge killed on mid lane. It was like from here, and he like kicked it all the way over here. It was pretty fun to watch.
Bat Rider is stealing the stacks, getting quite close to a Blink Dagger of his own. Lynx is hanging around, but doesn't want to go on the Bat Rider while Firefly is still up. The second it goes down, this is probably going to be a solo kill. Hex comes out from the Lion, now level 4. Stone comes out, doesn't hit on anyone, but immediately orchided and fingered. They didn't need anything else to kill it, but they throw it all anyway. Well, that certainly delays Bat Rider's Blink Dagger by quite a bit.
Is under attack.
But in the meantime, Invoker is pushing bottom, will probably get a tower for free. Has the Staff of Wizardry, is most likely going for the Yule Scepter, as Yule's on Quaswex Invoker.
Radiant's top
He can
tower
pick
is
off
under
most
attack.
heroes for free.
Radiant
Quaswex
structures are
Dwarf.
fortified.
Yes, sorry.
Dire's bottom tower
I'm
is
with you.
under
I'm with you
attack.
now.
With the Sunstrike, Meteor,
Radiant's top
Deafening
tower
Blast
has
combo.
fallen.
I thought you actually meant Quaswex.
Dire's
Oh, 2 TPs are gonna.
Sunstrike comes out, hits on the
he's
Wyvern, actually might just go down, gets the heal off. I was ordered and Hex, stun is out. This Invoker actually just runs in, tries to get any damage he can. Does actually get the tower, but he will go down for his troubles.
Yeah, he pulled 5 TPs in a tower for that though. That was literally the entire team. I don't know. It wasn't the worst death.
And King has now started buying wards as he has his Blink Dagger and Arcane Boots. Gonna make some space for the Venge to be able to get an item or two.
These Sentry Wards just barely out of range from each other.
Oh yeah,
Tis a shame.
Krishan is
Yeah.
gonna drop fast.
They have the,
Alchemist for a long time was seen as one of the best Roshan supports. He can tank Rosh without any items. Chrono jumps in, hits on 4, has the epicenter, stun on everyone. Everyone's going down. Blinks has the Aegis. So he will get out with the Invis. The Earth Spike out on 2. Bat Rider blinks in, shoots the flame break. They have Lasso, or they have the Sentry Ward giving vision to Blinks, but he is really, really fast with that max love, or maxed out Skeleton Ward. Is there a gem?
Oh no, there's another
you walk
Sentry.
into another Sentry. Blinks now very low, but there's no more Lasso, no more Sand King stun. He's probably in the way this time.
Yeah. But they got 3 and Aegis.
Yep.
And this Wyvern is
Winter
dead
Wyvern
as
will
well.
actually go down as well.
Yeah.
Boiling into gets orchided and will be brought down by the Clanks. A little bit of help from the tower. The Bat Rider's trying to set up, but they will not have vision unless there's any more sentries by the Venge, which there is not. It is a 4-for-1. Our Spirit stalling by with a Boulder Smash, I think it's called. Yep. A fairly hefty nuke with a stun attached to it. They are going in more of the... Orchid comes out on the Invoker. He is losing a little bit of armor from the Fortress, which is not quite enough. Earth Spirit comes in to finish it up. Now there's an invisible Bat Rider, but no Lasso for 30 more seconds.
And the kills are even, 16-16.
There are.
The charts, super close net worth, super close experience. This game is very close. Well,
Lynx is
now
so
net
far
worth is
ahead
going a
of
little
anyone
bit.
else.
Now they're both in Dire's favor just a bit.
Link's Orchid has an ultimate orb, is more than likely a Lincoln Sphere, would be my guess against the Bat Rider. Could also be a Scotty. Very solid item against Faceless Void as it tanks you up and gives you a lot of damage. Scotty stacks completely with Searing Arrows. Used to be the only orb that Clinks could buy, but then they changed the change to most of the heroes' orbs. Made it so where Searing Arrows is no longer a unique attack modifier.
Yeah.
Attack with anything. Bat Rider lasso out on the Wyvern, pulling it back. The Sun Circle hit as well, and wow, he is very dead. Venge and SK Stun not giving him any time to get that heal off. Fairy Spirit as Arcane Boots, getting quite close to an urn.
Invoker, sorry, Clink's getting a pick off up here with the Invoker.
Oh yeah?
The Orchid and then the Searing Arrows.
Beast Center's coming out though. And
he wasted.
it doesn't get him. There was no stun. It's good he couldn't get in range. He's going for a Force Staff next, however. Could be a Yule's. But I think Force Staff is just... they're both equal. I mean, I guess most heroes, Force Staff is probably better.
He's doing Force Staff in
Yeah,
Sputtering
he's
Region.
going for Force Staff, yep. So he might go for Yule's next to purge, have a purge from the Clink Silence if he needs it. Clinks is going Scotty, by the way. It's not a Lincoln Sphere.
It is Scotty?
It's 2 orbs. Yep.
Yep.
It's actually quite scary. Your Void only has Mask of Madness, now has a Maelstrom. It'll actually be difficult for Void to bring down this Clinks and Chronosphere for most of the time. It'll just be so tanky, and if he doesn't
Dire's
catch anyone,
bottom
he will
tower
get
is under
hexed.
attack.
Clinks can be saved from the Wyvern. That's actually another synergy that Scotty has. It gives you so much HP that it makes the Wyvern heal so much. It is percent based. At level 4, it is a total of 24% of max HP. And immunity to physical damage. Quite an insane ability. Riders also working towards a Force Staff Invoker. Not going for that Yule Scepter we talked about, is instead opting to go for a Necro Book. Fully upgraded version will give him True Sight, which is very, very helpful
Dire's
against
middle
Clinks.
tower is under attack.
Also, the mana burn is very nice since most of these heroes are quite mana dependent. Not as crazy as it would be against possibly
Dire's structures are
Yusa or
fortified.
something, but it's still very, very useful. The Orc comes out on the Invoker, but is immediately stalled by the Sand King stun. But a big Chrono out on
Dire's
3.
middle tower
Scepter comes
has
out, the
fallen.
Wyvern heal is there, saving the Clinks. So far, they've only lost the line. Your Spirit stun comes in, hits on no one. That was a lot committed just to get a line kill.
They
That
also
Wyvern
safely
ended up
got the
doing
tower.
So much work. Bat Rider very close to his Force Staff. Roaming the jungle, looking for a Sand King pickoff, but he's TPing out. Stuck out in no man's land for a while with this big old putty alchemist who picked up a blank dagger.
Dire's top tower
Next for
is under
initiation.
attack.
They're chilling out top lane, walks in,
Dire's
gets
top
immediately
tower
swapped
has
and stunned out, gets no spells off, and the Sand King stun they lose 2 immediately and the tower.
Yeah, and
Actually
that's the
wanted
completed
to
Force Staff of that
initiate
right there.
with an ultimate, or maybe just a silence, I'm not sure.
Dire's
Traditionally you
top
want to
tower
use
is
the
under
boulder
attack.
as your, it's a very, very long range initiate.
Dire's structures
So he decided
are
to just walk into them
fortified.
instead and got heavily punished for it.
He used a Boulder
Dire's
Smash
top
with this
tower
one.
is under attack.
No, rolling boulder is the
Oh yeah, no, he didn't use that.
Yeah, he just walked into them. Orchid comes out on the Void. Now Alchemist stun jumps in, great past the enemy team, but all in the
Dyer's
meantime,
top
the
tower
Clinks
has
is getting lassoed.
Radiant's
Sunstrike comes out, will
bottom
hit,
tower is
and
under
they're all
attack.
even community. Epicenter, they do not want these Clinks alive. Void is hiding in the trees. Now Alchemist has the movement speed from the ultimate as well as phase boots, trying to run away. Has a lot of range, so it'll take a lot to burst him down. He actually self-stuns. No, that was Avenge time, actually. And wow, yeah, he's... Whoa. Yeah, there's actually Caustic Finale being leveled up by the Sand King, but they lose 2 for the tier 2 and 2 as well for... So that was 4 kills and 2 towers overall, and now Bat Rider is going on the Witcher Wyvern, the stun comes out. That is essentially a 5-man wipe over the course of like 5 minutes. Haven't lost a hero in a while.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sunstrike is coming out, doesn't hit on
Not really,
anyone.
Yeah. No one really low anyway.
Force Staffs of Plenty coming out for Team RMG.
We've got
Necrobook 1
on,
is finished, getting close to the second.
There's a medallion for Radiant as well. There's one on each team now.
Now that you can use Medallion on teammates to give them +7 armor, I wonder if you're ever going to see like Alk and Venge using Medallion on the same target.
That would be
Just, like,
interesting to
having an
equal
even
it
amount of
out.
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that target would, but both Venge and Alchemist would take a loss.
Well, you only lose the amount that you get from Medallion.
That's true.
It's +7 armor, and then you
Yeah.
lose the 7 armor from the end.
Still, that's 7 that you don't have anymore.
But point being, it essentially makes
I'm with
both
you.
medallions useless on everyone.
Yes, yes, it does.
If that ever happens, I'm
That
not
would
sure
be
that
interesting.
It will, but it would be pretty cool to see, and it certainly could happen. Void aggressive, no, tanking his own agents. Sorry, getting quite close to that Scotty, about 300 gold away. Point, he's going to be even harder to bring down. We'll also have a great control against Team RMG. They don't lasso the Clinks, they'll be getting slowed by Scotty. He blinks forward, gets the lasso out on the Alchemist. Venge is in position as is Sand King. The Sunstrike is way off the mark for the Force Staff from Bat Rider, but it does not matter. They have plenty of burst damage available to them. Bat Rider is now working towards a Yule Scepter. Scotty is finished for the Clinks.
Dyer's middle tower is
Actually
under
going for a
gonna
pick
kill
off
it.
on the Void. Will
Yeah, he
get
got
it.
him.
He doesn't backtrack. He doesn't. However, he is quite in less than fortunate position. Is dusted. Lasso is still on CD. However, might even get the courier if he decides to go for it.
Whoa.
Do not bring it back. Clinks. This is about to run out and will get away safely. Joker getting quite close to his Necro 3, which is another way to get vision on the Clinks, who is considering going for a courier pickoff. One hit is not enough. 13 HP. Your Red Horn will surely make it back to base alive.
You remember the Red Hoof, Spencer? Oh wait, but they don't let it sit in Fountain, so it's now returning to the battlefield with a whopping 41 HP.
It's slowly regenerating, half a point per second.
I didn't know
Back up
that
there,
couriers
that's
had
it.
passive regen. I learned something
Well,
today.
I didn't know that either. That's the thing you really think about most of the time is they're usually healthy or dead.
Yes. Yes.
Just Clinks +1 can bring this Roshan down pretty quickly with the
Roshan
minus
has fallen to the
Yeah, they
dark.
had the medallion from
14
Alchemist,
armor
so-
that Alchemist gives you. Actually,
Actually,
more
are they
than
going
Venge
there?
gives you. Now they're just getting out.
Yep.
Necro 3 finishing the Invoker. Void getting quite close to a BKB. Will no longer have to worry about Orchid from the Clinks. You won't have to worry about getting hexed. You won't have to worry about getting fingered. Although,
item.
if Lion ever gets a Blink Dagger, still could be scary for Void. A Blink Hex, instant Hex, you are immediately turned into a fish in Lion's case, as he does have the immortal item.
Ah, yes.
Uh,
But he is the 5. He's been buying wards all game. He's got 500 gold. He just bought another set of wards and a TP scroll. He's got wand and boots, which is standard for a 5. So if he is going to be getting a blink dagger, it's probably going to be pretty far away unless the wyvern starts buying wards.
a lasso comes out on the lion. A stun comes out from the Earth Spirit in an attempt to fix him or save him. Stun comes out, but the wyvern heal is doing so much work on top of the alchemy heal. It is not enough. The epicenter is completely negated by the wyvern ulti.
That stone
They do
stuns like
run going down to
everything.
creeps.
3 for 0.
Pretty quick. Here's the pickoffs. If 2 heroes on their team could defend it, it's probably Earth Spirit and Clink, so being able to do a whole lot of damage between the two of them. Although there is that shiny new BKB on Faceless Void, now being affected by Alacrity as well, hitting very, very hard, taking down the tier 3 quite fast with the help of the Necro 3 aura, as well as the insane physical damage that it can provide. Silence out on 4 from the Earth Spirit, but it's not enough. Void doesn't even care. He still has Chrono. Not good from the Earth Spirit, gets the ulti out on the entire team. Stun comes out, hits on 3. Spill comes out completely with BKB is popped by the Void, laying into the Clinks. Has the Alacrity, has the Master Madness. Is it enough? He breaks down once. Still has the Aegis. Lion goes down. I don't even know what was the final amount of burst. He gets waxed by the basis of Void. Clinks is dead. Alchemist jumping in, so he's all alone. Just the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit realizes this and is like, no, buddy, you are out of there. Clinks buys back. Has the Orphan and Scotty, but they are
Dire's
probably
top tower is under attack.
perfectly willing to get a melee reaction and get out. That was a series of like 3 small team fights, 1 in a row for Team RMG. We'll look to... Actually, they're looking to go back in. No smoke, just blink in, lasso out on the Alchemist. Faces Void now providing an insane amount of physical DPS just with the Master Madness and the Maelstrom.
And there's the range Rex as well.
Dire's middle
They could keep going. They really wanted to. There's no buyback on the Clink, so if they pick him off one more time, he is dead. However, Faceless Void's BKB is still cooling down. Buyback from the Earth Spirit. Alchemist self-stuns, but the Clink is laying his feet over. The ultimate is used to cancel the teleportation. The Alchemist is healed and Force Staffed away. The Void and the Invoker going down. Epicenter comes out, will not be enough to bring down the Alchemist, and Clinks gets a double kill. As a 3 for 0. It took them 2 buybacks, but they get a lot in exchange while also defending the racks.
Yeah, that was great. There was 3,410 gold change in the favor of Dire there. Those comeback mechanics are crazy. Clink's walking away with 1,500 gold after that. I mean, yeah, that's
Armlet.
That's a lot.
Armlet soon on the Alchemist. It will increase his PS output by a considerable amount, although I still don't know that his right clicks are that crazy.
No, they're not. He's doing
still
like 100
fairly
damage.
far behind. He's behind the Sand King
Yes.
in terms of net worth right now. Link's still leading the pack in net worth, has a lot of kills to his name, 10, 4, and 5.
But the
has
Faceless
a
Void
crit.
is caught up a bit. Faceless Void's only 1,000 down now.
Lings doesn't flash farm very well,
No.
and most of his net worth comes from getting solo pickoffs. So if they play safe, and now that they're starting to get more and more BKBs and more items to counter the Clinks, Necro 3s, Invoker's now building into an Axe Scepter. Dual Scepter out on the Bat Rider is another way to purge the Orchid. King has a Ghost Scepter, take any physical damage, or at least he can get right clicked. Now the lasso and the dust. Gets stunned, Void laying the Clinks. Clinks is dead. No buyback for 88 seconds. RMG is definitely looking to get something out of this. Faceless Void now working towards a butterfly. Has Chronosphere up, Invoker. only level 16, doesn't have the max level of absorb, doesn't matter. The Earth Spirit is saving the Alchemist. The ultimate comes out on the Faceless Void. Everyone's right-clicking him, but he's really the only physical damage, so it's totally fine. The EMP tornado comes out, and the Chrono Sphere all on the Winter Wyvern. They do not want him hit saving anyone else. The Lion actually gets the Chrono Sphere as well. After a big damage center, bringing the Alchemist down immediately, and they're going straight for the throne. They know there's no Clink Spy back. We're going to end the game, and
GG's called.
Dire's middle tower. Radiant
That was unexpected.
Yeah, I mean,
really thought
the Clinks was doing really well early game, and he was super farmed coming into that. Go ahead with what you were gonna say.
I think the main problem that SJE had were those 2 fights top lane, where they lose the Earth Spirit and the Lion for the tier 1, and then lose, I think it was Clinks and Wyvern, or Alchemist and Wyvern, 2 more heroes for the tier 2. And RNG didn't lose a single hero for any of those engagements. And then, then they picked someone else off mid too, so they got 5 kills and 2 towers. And that was just a huge swing in the pace of the game. And suddenly all these items started coming out for RMG. You got the Necro 3 for Vision, you get the Ghost Scepters, you have 2 Force Stats actually. You have the Venge swap and the Void BKP. Suddenly Clinks just wasn't that big of a factor anymore. He never got to that point where his physical DPS was just so crazy that it didn't matter, that he still really needed the Orchid to be relevant. And so there were so many items to cancel that out.
Yeah, it was just... Yeah, the Necro was huge, of course. Being able to see the Clinks. Because that's a big part of Clinks, is the solo pick-off, being able to invis in. Anyway, that was game 1 of this best of 3 series of the Captain's Draft Finals of AD2L. We'll see you shortly for game 2. This is Infinite.
And I'm Sim.
Thanks for watching.